Sidemen versus the Sidemen versus the haunted house. 24 hours of terror as the sun began to set, casting an eerie glow over the old, decrepit mansion. The Sidemen stood outside, their hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. They had willingly stepped into the world of the unknown, ready to face the haunted house and all the terrifying secrets it held within. Their mission was simple: survive 24 hours in this house of horrors. Each member of the Sidemen had their own reasons for taking on this challenge. Some sought to conquer their fears, while others were driven by curiosity and the desire for an adrenaline rush. But little did they know, this night would push them to their limits. As they cautiously entered the house, the air grew thick with an ominous presence. Creaking floorboards echoed through the hallways, and the flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. The Sidemen nervously exchanged glances, their minds racing with thoughts of what awaited them. The first few hours passed relatively uneventfully, with the occasional chilling breeze and unexplained noises. But as midnight approached, the house seemed to come alive with a malevolent energy. Doors slammed shut on their own, and whispers echoed through the corridors, sending shivers down their spines. Ethan, known as Bazinga, couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Every corner he turned, he felt a presence lurking in the shadows. Meanwhile, Simon, also known as Mini Minter, found himself drawn to a mysterious locked door. Curiosity got the better of him, and he vowed to uncover its secrets. As the night wore on, the Sidemen began experiencing inexplicable phenomena. Objects moved by themselves, and cold gusts of wind seemed to pass through them. The tension in the group grew, and they huddled together, seeking comfort in each other's presence. But it was when they split up to explore different parts of the house that things took a turn for the worse. Harry, known as W2S, found himself trapped in a room with no way out. Panic set in as the walls closed in on him, and he desperately called out for help. The rest of the Sidemen rushed to his aid, but as they reached the room, it was empty. Harry had vanished without a trace. Fear gripped their hearts as they realized the true danger they were in. They had willingly walked into a nightmare, and now they had to fight their way out. With renewed determination, the Sidemen pressed on, determined to find their missing friend and escape the clutches of the haunted house. They faced their fears head-on, battling against supernatural forces and their own doubts. As the sun rose, casting its warm rays on the now peaceful mansion, the Sidemen emerged, battered but triumphant. They had survived the 24 hours of terror, but not without scars, both physical and emotional. They had faced their darkest fears and emerged stronger, bonded by an experience they would never forget. The haunted house had tested their courage, and in the process, they had discovered a newfound courage within themselves. They had conquered the unknown, proving that together, they could overcome any challenge that came their way. And as they left the haunted house behind, they knew that their journey was not over. The Sidemen were forever changed, ready to face whatever adventures awaited them next, armed with the knowledge that they were stronger together. They walked away from the haunted house, their steps filled with a sense of accomplishment and relief. The weight of the past 24 hours began to lift off their shoulders as they breathed in the fresh air of freedom. The Sidemen looked at each other, their eyes filled with a newfound respect and admiration for one another. "We did it," Josh said, his voice filled with a mix of exhaustion and pride. "Yeah, we did," Ethan replied, a smile slowly spreading across his face. Their missing friend was still heavy on their minds, but they knew they had done everything they could to find him within the confines of the haunted house. It was time to regroup, gather their strength, and continue their search outside those cursed walls. As they walked back to their van, the Sidemen couldn't help but reflect on the challenges they had faced together. They had battled against their own insecurities and fears, but it was their unity that had carried them through. They had learned that relying on each other was their greatest strength. Simon, who had been silent for most of the journey, finally spoke up. "You know, guys, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad we went through all of this. It showed us what we're truly capable of when we stick together." Vic nodded in agreement. "Absolutely. We've faced our deepest fears and come out on the other side. There's no doubt in my mind that we can conquer anything that comes our way." The others nodded, a sense of determination settling within them. They knew that their journey to find their friend was far from over, but they were no longer afraid. They had found their courage in the darkest of moments, and it would guide them through whatever lay ahead. As they drove away from the haunted house, their hearts filled with hope, the Sidemen knew that their bond had been tested and proven unbreakable. They were no longer just friends. They were a family, ready to face any challenge that came their way. And so, their adventure continued, with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. They would leave no stone unturned, no lead unchecked, until their missing friend was found. The Sidemen were prepared to face whatever obstacles they encountered, knowing that together they were invincible. As the van disappeared into the distance, the haunted house stood silently, its secrets locked away once more. It had failed to break the spirits of the Sidemen, and instead, it had unknowingly forged an unbreakable bond that would guide them through the trials that awaited them. They had conquered the haunted house, but their greatest challenges were still to come. And with their newfound strength, the Sidemen were ready to face them head-on. Their next destination was a small town nestled in the mountains, rumored to be home to an ancient artifact that held the key to finding their missing friend. The journey was treacherous, with winding roads and steep cliffs, but the Sidemen remained undeterred. Each member had their own unique set of skills, and together, they formed a formidable team. Simon, the charismatic leader, was known for his quick thinking and ability to rally the group in times of uncertainty. JJ, the fearless daredevil, had a knack for uncovering hidden clues and navigating dangerous terrain. Ethan, the tech genius, could hack into any system and gather information with ease. Vic, the master strategist, could devise intricate plans that always seemed to lead them closer to their goal. Tobi, the stealthy ninja, had a sixth sense for danger and could slip past any obstacle unnoticed. And Harry, the loyal friend, was always there to lend a helping hand and provide moral support. As they arrived in the town, they were met with suspicious glances from the locals. Rumors of the artifact had spread like wildfire, and the townspeople were wary of outsiders seeking to disturb their peaceful way of life. But the Sidemen were determined to gain their trust and find the answers they sought. They immersed themselves in the town's culture, participating in local festivals and helping out with community projects. Slowly but surely, the Sidemen began to win over the hearts of the townspeople. They shared stories, listened to their concerns, and offered a helping hand whenever it was needed. Through their interactions, they discovered that the artifact they were seeking was closely guarded by a secret society that had protected it for generations. The society believed that only those with pure intentions and a strong sense of unity could harness its power for good. The Sidemen knew they fit that description perfectly. With the townspeople's support, the Sidemen embarked on a series of challenges set by the secret society. Each challenge tested their individual strengths and their ability to work together as a team. They faced riddles that required their wit, physical obstacles that called for their strength, and moral dilemmas that demanded their integrity. As they progressed through the challenges, the bond between the Sidemen grew stronger than ever. They relied on each other's strengths, encouraged one another during moments of doubt, and celebrated every victory as a team. They had become more than just friends. They were a family, united by a common goal. Finally, after overcoming the last challenge, the Sidemen stood before the ancient artifact. It shimmered with an otherworldly glow, its power palpable in the air. With a deep breath, they reached out together, their hands touching the artifact simultaneously. In an instant, a surge of energy coursed through their bodies, connecting them to the ancient wisdom hidden within the artifact. They saw visions of their missing friend, held captive in a distant land. With the newfound knowledge, they knew exactly where to go next. As they left the townspeople bid them farewell with tears in their eyes. The Sidemen had not only found the artifact, but had also brought hope and unity to their community. They knew that the Sidemen's journey was far from over, but they had faith that their heroes would succeed in their mission. With their hearts filled with determination and their bond unbreakable, the Sidemen set off on their next adventure, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. They had proven that together they were invincible, and with that knowledge, they were unstoppable. As the Sidemen ventured further into the unknown, the landscape around them seemed to shift, reflecting the urgency of their mission. The once familiar forests and fields transformed into Sidemen take on the terror. A haunting night to remember. As night fell and darkness enveloped the haunted mansion, the Sidemen could feel an eerie chill in the air. They stood at the entrance, nervously exchanging glances, unsure of what awaited them inside. This wasn't just any haunted house. It was said to be the most terrifying place in all of England. Determined to conquer their fears, the Sidemen took a deep breath and stepped into the mansion. The creaking floorboards echoed through the empty halls as they cautiously made their way through each room. Shadows danced on the walls, playing tricks on their minds, and the sound of whispers seemed to follow them wherever they went. As they explored further, strange occurrences began to unfold. Objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut, and a bone-chilling laughter echoed through the mansion. The Sidemen's hearts raced, but they pressed on, their curiosity driving them forward. They split up, each taking a different corridor, determined to uncover the secrets of the mansion. But as they ventured deeper into the darkness, their bravery began to waver. Fear gripped them, threatening to consume their every thought. Suddenly, a piercing scream shattered the silence. The Sidemen rushed towards the sound, finding themselves in a dimly lit room adorned with creepy artifacts. In the center stood a figure cloaked in darkness, their face hidden beneath a hood. It was the ghostly presence they had been warned about. The figure turned slowly, revealing piercing red eyes that seemed to stare deep into their souls. A bone-chilling voice echoed through the room. "You dare to enter my domain? Prepare to face your worst nightmares." With a wave of its hand, the room transformed, morphing into a twisted maze of horrors. The Sidemen found themselves trapped, each facing their own individual fears. Fear of heights, spiders, clowns, and even the fear of failure manifested around them, testing their courage. But the Sidemen, despite their trembling hearts, refused to succumb to their fears. They drew strength from one another, offering words of encouragement and support. Together, they navigated the treacherous maze, facing every fear head-on. As they reached the final challenge, the ghostly figure stood before them, impressed by their resilience. It revealed itself to be the spirit of a long-deceased magician, trapped in the mansion for centuries. Moved by their bravery, the magician offered them a choice. They could leave the mansion and never return, or they could stay and help free the spirits trapped within. The Sidemen, knowing the importance of closure and redemption, chose to stay. They spent the night performing rituals, breaking curses, and releasing the spirits from their torment. With each spirit freed, the mansion began to lose its malevolent energy. As dawn broke, the Sidemen stood outside the now peaceful mansion, a sense of accomplishment filling their hearts. They had faced their fears, conquered the unknown, and helped others find peace. Their haunted night had turned into a transformative experience, one they would never forget. With newfound courage, the Sidemen left the mansion, ready to face any challenge that came their way. They had proven that together, they could overcome anything, even the darkest of fears. And as they walked away, the haunted mansion stood as a testament to their bravery and resilience. The news of the Sidemen's heroic act spread quickly, and soon their story became the talk of the town. People marveled at their bravery and the selflessness they had shown in helping the trapped spirits find peace. The magician, who had witnessed the Sidemen's journey, was immensely grateful for their help and offered them a reward. He presented them each with a small, intricately designed amulet. These amulets, he explained, contain a fraction of the magic that once haunted this mansion. They will serve as a reminder of the strength you possess and the courage you displayed. The Sidemen thanked the magician, their hearts filled with gratitude. They knew that their experience in the haunted mansion had been more than just a harrowing night. It had been a journey of personal growth and transformation. They had faced their deepest fears head-on and emerged stronger than ever before. As they went their separate ways, the Sidemen carried the lessons they learned with them. They realized that sometimes the scariest things in life were not the supernatural, but the doubts and insecurities that held them back. They vowed to confront those fears, just as they had confronted the spirits in the mansion. In the following months, the Sidemen continued their adventures, tackling challenges with newfound confidence and resilience. They became a beacon of hope for others, inspiring them to face their own fears and embrace the unknown. The haunted mansion, once a place of horror, became a symbol of triumph and transformation. People would visit, not to be scared, but to marvel at the courage of the Sidemen and the power of redemption. And so, the Sidemen's story lived on, a testament to the strength of unity and the indomitable spirit of humanity. They had proven that, with bravery and compassion, even the darkest of places could be transformed into something beautiful. The Sidemen's journey continued to captivate the hearts and minds of people from all walks of life. Their story became a source of inspiration, with individuals finding solace and motivation in the Sidemen's unwavering determination. They were no longer just a group of friends exploring haunted locations. They had become a symbol of hope, reminding others that they too could overcome their own personal demons. As the Sidemen's popularity grew, they started receiving numerous requests for help from people who were struggling with their own haunted pasts. The Sidemen, always eager to lend a helping hand, embarked on a new mission to assist those in need of closure and healing. They traveled far and wide, visiting haunted locations and offering their support to those who sought it. Through their experiences, the Sidemen learned that the true power of their journey lay not just in their ability to confront supernatural entities, but in their capacity to listen, empathize, and guide others through their own fears. They understood that everyone's journey was unique, and that the path to redemption was different for each individual. With this realization, they adapted their approach, tailoring their assistance to the specific needs of those they encountered. The Sidemen's work garnered attention from various media outlets, and they were invited to share their stories on television shows and in interviews. They used these platforms not only to recount their adventures, but also to spread a message of unity, resilience, and personal growth. They encouraged people to embrace their fears, confront their pasts, and find strength in their vulnerabilities. Over time, the Sidemen's impact extended beyond their haunted adventures. They became advocates for mental health, using their platform to raise awareness and promote understanding. They partnered with organizations dedicated to supporting individuals struggling with their mental well-being, and they actively participated in campaigns to eradicate the stigma surrounding mental health issues. As the Sidemen continued to make a difference in the lives of others, their bond grew stronger. They supported each other through their own personal challenges, always reminding one another of the lessons they had learned in the haunted mansion. They were no longer just friends. They had become a family, united by their shared experiences and their commitment to making the world a better place. And so, the Sidemen's story lived on, not just as a tale of bravery and adventure, but as a testament to the power of unity and compassion. They had transformed a terrifying ordeal into an opportunity for growth and redemption. Their journey had touched the lives of countless individuals, inspiring them to confront their own fears and embrace the unknown. The haunted mansion, once a place of horror, had become a symbol of triumph and transformation, reminding all who visited that even in the darkest of places, light could be found. The Sidemen knew that their work was far from over. While they had made significant progress in raising awareness about mental health, they understood that eradicating the stigma surrounding it would require a sustained effort. They began organizing more events and campaigns, collaborating with mental health organizations and experts to create resources and educational materials. They used their platform to share personal stories of struggle and recovery, encouraging others to do the same. Through their honesty and vulnerability, they showed the world that it was okay to ask for help and that no one should suffer in silence. One of their most impactful initiatives was the creation of a mental health helpline, staffed by trained professionals who were available 24/7 to provide support and guidance to those in need. The helpline became a lifeline for many, offering a safe space for individuals to share their struggles and receive the help they deserved. The Sidemen also worked tirelessly to change the narrative around mental health in the media. They used their influence to challenge harmful stereotypes and promote accurate portrayals of mental health in movies, TV shows, and other forms of entertainment. They called out instances of stigmatization and demanded better representation, pushing for more diverse and authentic stories to be told. Through their efforts, the Sidemen began to see a shift in public perception. More and more people were opening up about their own mental health struggles, finding solace in the knowledge that they were not alone. The once taboo topic was slowly becoming a part of